Hi there, welcome along to another workout for you to row along to. It's week 4 and this is session 2, after, let's face it, quite a top end mid-tier in session 1. So today's is bottom tier and I want to make sure you keep it bottom, right? So what we're going to do is 30 minutes at 20 strokes a minute, an old favourite. Now the pace I'm going to be doing at is between 2k plus 18 to 20, which is 5k plus 13 to 15. But if you need to back off like 4 seconds or something to keep this as a bottom tier workout, then please do. Session 1 was a tough mid-tier session and then we've got the fast top tier next. So I want to make sure that you keep this bottom. So don't push the pace, okay? Like it says, don't push the slow stuff, push the fast stuff, okay? So if you need to back off, right? I can't say that enough. This is meant to be a bottom tier. So anyway, let's get started with our 4-minute warm-up. Start off by setting the drag factor on your machine. If you don't know about drag factor, check out the video I have on the YouTube channel. Then go to your monitor and set it to eye height so you don't have to look up and you don't have to look down. And then finally, the foot straps, make sure they cover the bottom lace on your shoe, or if you're in socks like me, they let you hinge forward properly at the front without grabbing, pinching, hurting, or anything. So 4-minute warm-up, run about 18 strokes a minute in 3, 2, 1, go. And as always, let's just ease nicely into this first minute. See what your body's telling you. It's quite interesting if you kind of analyse what's happening with your body. You can think, right, are my arms feeling tired, my legs feeling tired, lower back, neck. You can just pay a little bit of attention to them in this first minute. Get your body used to the sensation of rowing. I'll say one thing, I've cricked my neck. I may not be looking into camera much today. What have I done? Ow. All right, remind me not to do that anymore. Right, so we're 1 minute down. All I want you to think about today is the pickup of the handle at the front of the machine. And by that, what I mean is that point when you start the drive and you engage with the flywheel as the chain kind of snaps into place and the power goes into the front of the machine. I want you to really think about nothing moving before that point when you snap into the catch, the flywheel at the front. So try and make sure you're not halfway down the rail before you engage, before your arms take up the force. Right, 2 more strokes. 1 more stroke. Take a foot out of the foot straps, put it on the floor. And then just continue rowing. Full strokes, nice pressure from the legs. Make sure to keep those arms straight. Try and think about that catch at the front, picking up the flywheel. 1 more stroke. Swap feet. Same again. Now today I'm going to talk a bit more about technique while we're doing the actual row. I kind of want to focus on each element. Don't worry, I'll try and make it not as boring sounding as, as that does. 1 more. Now, slight bend to the knees. Back and arms, so swing your back, pull in your arms, but keep your legs straight. Slight bend in the knees so you're not locking them, but I don't want you to use any leg power at all for this. I want you to feel, boom, that point as you connect, here. There's no slide, so really it's just your back and your arms that pick up the flywheel. 1 more. Now reverse it, straight arms, and then just push off with the legs. Don't have to worry about how powerful the stroke is. Just think about that catch point right at the front as you connect with the flywheel. So you're trying to get there without your butt scooting. So just practice that. Right, it's a warm-up done, but quickly, if you're on your own and you want to practice that, just rock in and out like this. Straight arms, try and get that point there. Anyway, that's the warm-up done. You keep on moving up down the rail, have a drink, and I'll go through one more time what it is we're doing today. So today then we're doing 30 minutes at 20 strokes per minute. And if you want to go ahead and program that into your monitor, go on. We don't have to worry about sync issues today. Now base pace wise, I'm going to say 2k plus 18 to 20, which works out as 5k plus 13 to 15. However, I want this to be a bottom tier row for you, okay? A proper bottom tier. So if you have to back off 4 seconds in order to keep this at a bottom tier, then back off those 4 seconds. Even if you start out so hard that you go halfway and you need to back off during the row, do that, okay? Between session 1's quite high mid-tier workout, and then obviously you've got session 3, which is going to be a top tier workout coming up. This one has to be a bottom tier workout for you, okay? Don't push the slow stuff. Push the fast stuff, okay? This is really important. You keep this one bottom. Have I got that through? Cool. Right, so let's get going then. 30 minutes and 20 strokes a minute at whatever pace keeps you at bottom, but I'm saying around about 2k plus 18 to 20. You can maybe be 24 if you're kind of that way inclined. Is that enough caveats? So here we go then, in 3, 2, 1, go. It's one stroke every 3 seconds. Now I'm going to keep an eye on this myself for what happens for a bottom tier. Got my heart rate running, so pace wise, kind of want to be between 203 and 205. Ideally, I guess 204 in order to keep this one as a bottom. Heart rate, I certainly don't want to go above 150. Ideally I'd be around about 140, with my rowing max being around about 178. Anyway, so we're a minute in. Hopefully you've found your groove, watching me for stroke rate, or listening if you're doing this in the podcast instead of the YouTube videos. And hopefully you've hit the comfortable pace you're looking for. I'm going to let myself float. Ironic on a concept 2, but I'm going to let myself float between 203 and 205. See what happens to my heart. Like I said in session 1 though, it is slightly alien because obviously I push the cardio side of things slightly by virtue of talking to you the whole way through. So, probably not following my own advice. But we'll see where my heart rate goes. So right, I want to talk about 2 things today really, if that's okay with you. I want to go through technique in a very precise, focused manner, where we break down the stroke and then spend a few strokes just thinking on that element before moving on. And then if there's time, which, knowing me when it comes to technique, there might not be. I want to talk a little bit about the importance of nutrition and how advice is ever changing and how you need to basically think about people's views on nutrition, including mine, as if it was their own religion. So we'll hopefully get to that. But for the time being, let's take some focus on technique, because one of the great values of a half hour 20 strokes per minute row is that it gives you the time, the energy and the rhythm that you need in order to actually focus a little bit about what you're doing. It can exaggerate some bad habits at this pace, but it can also let you focus on fixing them. So, as always, well not always, but most often when I'm talking technique, I start with the back. Mostly because there's a very fundamental principle to what you do with your back, and if you get that wrong, then a lot of the rest of your stroke doesn't really matter. So the key with your back is that you're leaning in to a 1 o'clock position and then finishing in around 11 o'clock position. Now again, this is for like a cookie cutter technique. So this is the great all-encompassing, safe, efficient stroke that you'll find all coaches start off with. Now certain athletes, whether they're new or experienced, will deviate from what's kind of the foundation stroke. And that's okay for them, and it's okay for you if deviating doesn't lead to injury. But if you can know the foundation first, you can then work out what you want to do. If you want to push it, which I don't recommend. Okay? Having a excessive lean forwards, and worse, an excessive lean backwards can lead to injury and, well, mostly injury. If you're not strong enough and you've got really excessive layback, then it might take you a while to recover, and therefore your efficiency will suffer too. But anyway, so if you start thinking about the front, just think about a forward lean. Not talking 3 o'clock. Try and be certainly past 12 o'clock, so you want a slight lean forwards as you get to the front of the machine. And then just think, as you're driving with the legs, about holding that forward lean, okay? So I want you to take 10 strokes just thinking about that. So 2, 1. Here we go, 10 strokes. So forward lean, 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 forward lean. It's just getting boring yet. Forward lean. One more, forward lean. Okay, so you see what I'm doing? 10 strokes. And I want you to really focus on doing what I'm saying. So the next one is where your back finishes at the end of the stroke. Okay, so you want to finish in a backward lean. 2, 1. Okay, so round about 11 o'clock. Back, 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 back. 3 to go. Back, back, back. Now I'm just trying to give single words. Don't want to overburden you. So the next one, I want posture. So posture at the front is sitting your sit bones, slight lean forwards, powerful back. Okay? So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So sit bones, go. Sit bones, go. Powerful, go. Sit bones, powerful. Sit bones, powerful back. On your sit bones, powerful back, forward lean. Sit bones, forward lean. Okay? And the next one is just about making sure you have a powerful back at the finish and you're not slumping or rounding your lower back. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so powerful. So here we go. Powerful back. Don't round, keep it powerful. Brace your core, powerful. Powerful back. Have a nice braced core. Don't round it, keep it nice and powerful. At 11 o'clock, powerful, braced core. Okay? So that's us covered the back. Now I want you to think about straight arms at the front of the drive. And then holding those arms straight through the drive until at least halfway. So 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Straight arms. Straight arms at the front. Straight arms into the front. Straight arms into the front. Straight arms. Straight arms. Straight arms. Hold them as you drive. Hold them straight as you drive. Straight, drive. Drive, straight. Okay? Now, just adding to that, I want you to think about the point in the stroke when you're bending your elbows. So, continuing the straight arms thought, I want you just to think at what point are you bending. It should be at the back of the stroke. One stroke to go. Here we go. So straight bend, straight bend, straight bend, straight bend, straight bend, and then straight bend, straight, straight bend, straight, straight bend, straight, straight bend. All right? So hopefully that's taught you at what point you're bending your elbows. Next, the slide of the seat. So you get to vertical shins. So slide. Try and think about nice vertical shins. 2, 1. So here we go. Vertical. Don't hit the seat off your ankles. Vertical. Try not to go past. Vertical. Slide forwards into vertical. Keep going to vertical. Heels not too far off at vertical. Not past vertical. All the way to vertical. 2 more at vertical. 1 more. Okay? So, let's combine your forward lean and vertical shins on this one. So, I want you to think about your lean into 1 o'clock and how far you slide. In 2, 1, here we go, forward lean, so lean, slide, lean, vertical, lean, vertical, lean, vertical, lean, vertical. Very boring, I know, but vertical. I know you'd rather hear about my food, but I want you to really concentrate. 1 more, lean, vertical. Okay? And then we're going to do elbows and powerful finish with a braced core next. Think about straight at the front and elbows in 3, 2, 1. So straight arms, straight elbows, power. Straight elbows, powerful back. I'll just say brace, okay? Straight elbows, brace. Straight elbows, brace. Braced core at the back. Straight elbows, brace. Straight elbows, brace. 1 more. Straight elbows, braced. Notice I'm still moving through a fluid stroke as I do all that. Now let's think about arms away over knees and the back bend. So the arms, back, legs is what we'll say. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so arms away. Here we go. Arms away, back, knees. 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 Back, knees. Arms away, back, knees. Arms away, back, knees. Arms away, back, knees. Arms away, back, knees. Okay, so then next one, handle height. I want you to have it neutral height to the front and then neutral as you come straight back out again. So neutral, in, out, neutral. Here we go on this stroke. So neutral height, in, out, hold it neutral. In, out, hold it neutral. Comfortable height, so what I mean by neutral. Neutral. In, out, neutral. In, out, neutral. In, out. So you're not lowering it, you're not holding it high. In, out, neutral. In, out, neutral. There we go. And that covers most of the stroke. So let's think about just the drive portion. So we're going to think about your slide, your forward lean, and straight arms. So 2, 1. So forward lean, slide, straight arms. Forward lean, slide, straight arms. Forward lean, slide, straight arms. Straight arms. Forward lean, slide, 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 straight arms. 2 more to go. Straight arms. Forward lean, slide, straight arms. So the last thing to focus on is that leg connection right at the front of the machine. So I want you to think about planting your feet into the foot plate to push the machine away. 1 more stroke. Here we go. So push the machine away. Push the machine away. Push. Get those heels down. Push. Push. Really feel the force flow through your legs. It's all about the push. Just think about it. Last one. Done. Okay? So this time round, just think about your forward lean and straight arms and that push and feeling the power surge. Get that blue fireball built up as you surge with your legs. 3, 2, 1. So here we go. Forward lean, straight arms, surge. Forward lean, straight arms, fireball. Forward lean, straight arms, surge. Surge. Forward lean, surge. Straight arms, surge. Forward lean, surge. Forward lean, surge with the legs. Feel the power come through. Straight arms. Forward lean, surge with the legs. Then the last thing that I want you to concentrate on is the very back of the stroke, trying to finish the leg drive before you pull in, so you don't have to use your feet against the foot straps to pull yourself forwards. 3, 2, 1. So here we go. So surge, finish. Surge, finish, pull. Try and relax those feet. You don't want them to pull on the foot straps, so good powerful back. Finish your leg drive into a powerful back. 3, 2, 1. Right, there we go. So that's all I want to talk about technique today. So let's just run like a sit rep through our bodies and think about, is your back powerful? Are you leaning from 1 at the front to 11 at the back? Are you making sure not to over lean at the front? Do you have a braced core at the front and back? Arms straight. Only bending the elbow at the end of the drive, or elbows. Get those arms out to engage the forward lean. Slide forwards enough for your shins to get to vertical without your heels coming too far off. You're allowed a heel lift. Don't listen to anyone that says you're not allowed one, but that's only if you're on your sit bones with your shoulders past your hips. Then you're allowed a heel raise, but if you don't have your shoulders past your hips, you're not allowed a heel raise. What you're allowed to do is rewind 20 minutes and go through this whole back hip lean thing again until you learn the right posture, swinging through your hips, leaning backwards and forwards. So I'm up at 152 heart rate, and I'm down at 206, but I know this is all because I'm flapping my gums at you. But still 5 more minutes of flapping to go. And what I want to talk about is the importance of eating for you and not listening to any fad diet stuff that anyone, including me it must be said, may tell you. Everybody has a different system. Everybody has a different tolerance of things like carbs, sugars, and then proteins and fats. How they react to sugary drinks versus pasta, or how they react to red meat versus white meat. And to be honest, it's going to be up to you to find out what works for you. But after however many years of looking at what I eat, I think this summer adopting a 16-8 or more like 15-9. No, yeah. Fast versus eat diet, where I don't eat for 15 to 16 hours of the day. I'll only eat between usually about 2 and 10, but sometimes it's like 1 and 10 or 2 and 11. But I've worked out that my body responds incredibly well to that. I'm not talking about diet for fat loss, sorry. I'm talking about energy systems where eating this way has just given me so much more energy, even though I'm not taking in any more food within the pocket that I do eat in. So I've gone for like high protein diets before. I've gone high fat, low carb. Basically, a lot of the zeitgeist diets for, inverted commas, athletes. Not that I consider myself an athlete, but all the diets that are supposed to help me lose weight and get energy. This 16-8 one is finally the one that works for me. And that might be just because I'm not eating bread at breakfast, or taking in too much sugar. It might not be the 16-8 diet that does it. It might just be the food that I eat. But what I'm saying is, work out what you need in order to either lose weight or give you the energy or build muscle and things. And remember, the supermarkets and the drug companies, they're all out there just to make money out of you. So if they sell you a Nutrigrain bar telling you it's perfectly good for you, just remember it's got a lot of sugar in it. But it might be that your diet can handle lots of sugar. So anyway, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you to look at what's going in your body for you, not because some YouTuber or Instagrammer says that it's the way to go, because there's a very good chance someone's paying them to say that. But it's usually a food company or a drug company that's paying them to say that. So find what works for you, work out whether you want it for weight loss or energy, set your goals realistically, and then watch what happens and tweak as necessary. Right, 3, 2, 1. Probably goes down as one of my less entertaining rows, it must be said. Between it being 30 minutes and 20, which isn't the most exciting in the world, and then spending a lot of time thinking, focusing bit by bit on technique, and then me talking at you for 5 minutes about the importance of thinking of nutrition as a religion, where everybody has, well, not everybody, but a lot of nutritionists and dietitians will focus on what they believe in zealously, yeah, as though it's a religion. And people that don't believe in it, they'll say, you're bad because you don't do what I do. That's not true, because your body's different. But yeah, so that's where my chat went to today. Do you want to go into 2-minute cool down? Go ahead, maybe, you do need it, yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Just get your body moving. But I hadn't started my thing. I'll do this by watch. Oh. Now if you're wondering why I've suddenly started spurting this nutrition religion thing, because I've been listening to a podcast, a guy called Paul Taylor from the Mind, Body, Brain podcast, or at least the Mind, Body, Brain Institute in Australia. He's incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to the brain and nutrition and just start. I mean, seriously, just hunt it out. It's really worthwhile checking it out. And if you like it and you leave a review, say where you heard about it from, because I like to spread my name around. But really is knowledgeable, and this is what he says is basically nutrition can be looked on as a religion. So I'm completely copying from him the concepts, but it really resonated with me. If you think about all the low carb, high fat people, how they're really banging the drum on that, or even veganism, just vegetarianism or carnivore, whatever. Once someone finds something that works for them, obviously they shout it from the rooftops because it worked for them. And they don't understand why other people won't do it. Mostly because it doesn't work for most other people. That we all have different bodies. We all react with our gut biome being different, and so there isn't a cookie cutter solution. And even looking at it from a calories point of view, it's not very good saying, too much jokes for me, it's not very good saying keep your calories to 2,000 a day or something, but you also want to look at what you're putting in your body. 2,000 calories a day from a Domino's pizza isn't going to be anywhere near as good as 2,000 calories a day from fruit, vegetables and unprocessed grains and meats and things, is it? So anyway, there we go. So that's my nutrition rant. Yeah, I'm still, where am I, 13 weeks into what I'm doing to lose weight and gain power, and it's definitely having results, and I will do a podcast and a video going through what I've been through, but I want to make sure and get to a point that I go, all right, this is the time to show the results of what I've been doing. So this is why I'm talking about it, because it's quite close to my heart. So that's the end of session 2 for week 4 of the 5K plan. So session 3 is of course going to be a top tier workout. So hopefully today's bottom tier one will have been enough to give you the workout, set you up nicely for the top tier workout when it comes around. Okay, so the only thing really left to do is the hashtag, and we'll say, let's just say technique. Okay, I don't think we've ever had hashtag technique. So just do hashtag technique. Spell it how you want. You can do it like the Audi advert with a K at the end or whatever, but just to let me know that you responded well to the technique tips, because it is, it's important that you focus. The whole point of the 10 strokes thing was that you'd actually focus on just that element of the stroke. But yeah, there we go. So another long-winded outro. I'm obviously feeling lonely today. So anyway, hope you're all well. I'll see you in session 3. Be well. Bye-bye.